insane to think that here we are, poor black people. We have no political power. We have no money. We have we don't have guns. To think that we're gonna cause this nation to relinquish their power, or to, he said it would never happen. He said it would never happen. White folks would never, he said they would never relinquish their power and their control. And because they basically own most of the natural resources. Because he said that there was when the slaves were freed, they were just, he said, and this was an atrocity to humankind, to mankind, to just, when black folks when slavery was abolished, they just sent them with no, just left them on their own, basically, to fend for themselves. And they weren't given anything. They say when this country was discovered, there was a mass distribution of wealth and land, and black folks didn't get nothing.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Nothing. And you notice how and that's it's all government institutionalized. The government's behind all of it. And you know how you can look in our neighborhoods today, how you see
white people want to retain as much power as possible, so
and they
set certain laws up and did black people dirty just so they could have a leg up over us,
Yeah.
That's how it is. Still is like that today. Maybe in a different form, but it's more subtle nowadays, but it's still there.
Yeah. Yep, sure is. And
they never want to give up power over black people, especially.
They never want, because they fear. What their fear is,
and it's only us who they fear having power.
What they fear is their own annihilation.
Yeah.
That's what they fear, because they know that the limit, the Mellon thing, where blacks and whites procreate, the child comes out looking more like the African American.
Sometimes, though.
Yes, but
sometimes the child be looking more white.
Well, but they do. They fear their own annihilation. That's what they fear. They don't want us to do to them what they do to us.
Yeah.
So
that's really one of their fears.
But man, I was watching Martin Luther King last night, man. It was something, man. That man is brilliant, man.
But it's funny how Martin Luther King, he gets celebrated so much. He has Martin Luther King Day and everything. He has an official day for himself. He's more backed by the government than like Malcolm X is. They'll never give Malcolm X a national holiday.
Never.
And that's because Malcolm X's system was more beneficial for black people, and it was more of a in-your-face threat to white people, And, white supremacy, the government, the American government, they wanted black people to be docile, not fight back, so they could just have all the power. That's why they celebrate Martin Luther King over Malcolm X, Malcolm X, that's the real way we should have went. So they want the government.
Martin Luther King said that violence against violence profited nothing. He said it don't. He said violence against violence profited nothing. He said that, God, man, what he said was so eloquent, man, and man, I can't quote him exactly, but basically that's what he was saying.
So which way do you like support? Like by any means necessary, Malcolm X, or Martin Luther King way? Like which do you prefer?
Well, I think Martin Luther King said that the only way that we'll be able to get obtain stature is that we're going to have to do it through the political process. He said you can't fighting violence with violence is not going to accomplish anything. It's not going to accomplish anything. But he said that we have to be, in order for us to obtain stature, and we have to be.
So Martin Luther King.
Because oh man, black folks we weren't even thought of as humans. We weren't even looked on as humans. So, oh man, Martin Luther King is so, man, he really, that man is so, he's just so intelligent.
So Martin Luther King.
I gotta keep watching it so I can get it in my,
Martin Luther King, he wanted us to achieve power through the system gradually.
Maybe, yeah.
Because if we fight white supremacy, we don't have the same weapons as white supremacy, so they'll just kill us all if it came down to the end by any means necessary.
Yeah, this we don't have, right.
So our best bet was just to gain our power through competing with white people,